I want you to notice two details again in this second movement. I want you to notice that once I begin to encircling the spiral and go to the diamond that suspends the heart, at the moment of the suspending of the heart, there is a moment that the wave of the spine begins in the hip, releasing every vertebra in the extension of the spine. So I want you to notice the wave that releases the whole spine from the hip in this movement. And then once you touch infinity and you swing the spiral, I want you to notice how wide the arms are. And it's almost like wings that suspends the shoulder girdle and the chest around me in order to assist me in the ascending spring. And then there is a circle which is like an inflowing wave, folding the wings, if you may, coming to foundation in order to go back through the spine, to go up. So the arms are really actually wings now, because the whole shoulder girdle is totally free on top of the rib cage. It's centralized, it's suspended, and it's not pushing in any direction. It's just assisting and lifting actually all the organs and the connection to the legs. Okay, so two details. The wave of the spine releasing forward, the swinging of the spine, or the spiral and its wideness, and then the inflowing wave returning to foundation in order to open the whole spine again. So here we go. 5, 6, 7, and 8. 2, 3, and 4. Now 1, 2, 3, and now that's the beginning of the wave of the spine. Yay! Extending all the way through, the swinging of the spiral, encircling the wave into the release of the spine. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the beginning. 1, and then extending 2, the swinging. 3 and 4, inflowing wave, foundation, extending the spiral. Last time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, extend 2, swinging. 3, 4. Shoulder girdle suspended. 3, 4. Wonderful. Now again, as I practice the movements, and you see the movement again twice or as many times as we need it, I want you to observe the function of the descending spring. Because once you extend the spine in the second movement and you release and unleash the second wave as you extend the whole spine, the descending spring becomes a little bit more accentuated in the degree that the spine is reaching. So it becomes an inner sense in which the descending spring extends me within as I extend myself without. And then, so the farther extension here is a quick, deep descending spring. Look how deep I am right now. And look how it begins to descend in the deepness of the descending spring through the motion. Okay? So we do it twice just to notice the function of the descending spring. And also, since we're doing it, I want you to observe also that once I define heaven, the vertical extension here, I am at the center of the arches. I am not behind in the heel. I am not in the tip of the toes. For most of this movement, my weight is centralized at the center of the arch itself. I'm not going back into the heel, or I'm not going forward into the toes. So that ensures that the whole connection of legs becomes also very, very grounded and centralized through the skeleton, and all the muscles are working equally. So the function of the descending spring and the amount of descending spring as I reach into the farthest extension of the spine. Okay? Twice. 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, heaven. 1, I begin the descending spring, and now from the release of the heart, look, as I'm going forward, the descending spring help me, see, all the way there. Now the swinging, bring my springs up a little bit, and now I'm descending again in order to go through up. Beautiful. 1, 2, 3, and 4. The depth of the descending spring. 2, 3, the descending spring goes up. I descend in very gently in order to sense that I go out again. And here we go. 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wonderful. I want you to notice this time that through the motion, I never stop the nature of descending and ascending spring. There is never one moment that my legs stop in any particular moment. They are always going into descending or ascending. Okay? So just see there is constant dynamic bouncing springs. 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Descending spring began, and it continues, and now it becomes a little bit wider, and that's the maximum, and that descending spring extends itself, and now it becomes again a little bit more, and now it extends itself. At the extension of the descending spring, it begins again. Descending spring, continue with it. That's the maximum in it. Going up, ascending spring, descending half the way, ascending all the way through. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last time. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Descending spring, ascending spring. Yay! We are spending a lot of time with this movement, and the reason is because once we get the feeling of the continuity of the descending spring and the suspension at different areas and different frames throughout the movement, then the next movement, which is called the scroll, is going to become much easier for you. So remember now, in this movement, you have like 4 different points of reference of frames in which the metrics come together for one instant in yourself before it continue into the next part of the movement. The first moment, of course, is heaven, which is when everything comes together, and the extension, which is the outer arc, and the sphere of the arms are suspending the heart, so the spine is suspended in his extension. So the spine is not really actually arced too much back, or the shoulders are really pressing back or anything, but it's actually providing the opening of the pectoral, all the scapulas, and the whole spine, releasing the whole extension of the outer arc. Remember, the outer arc is the fullest extension of the spine, devoid of pressure of the idea of extension. It's not that I'm going like grabbing my spine and extend it. It's just that I'm experiencing the natural release of the curves and the natural connection to all directions that allow the free curves to extend. So the first definition is, of course, is the beginning, which is heaven, right there. The second definition, once you begin the movement, it becomes the suspended heart, which is right here. This is the point in which the suspended diamond connects me and suspend the heart. The second definition is the full extension of infinity, right there. The descending spring, that's the moment in which all of it is extended. The third definition is that moment here, in which the spine is ascending springs are the spirals, and then as it comes back into the inflowing wave, it brings me back into, of course, heaven. So heaven is the first one, suspended heart is the second one, full extension, infinity is the third one, fourth is the encircling spirals. So I'm going to do it twice. Just notice those 4 different places. And then once you begin to notice the 4 different places, you begin to see that every frame could be a point of stopping. But it's not the point of stopping, it's just to see in the continuity of all things working together to provide endurance and release within the legs and release within the spine. Yeah? So we go 5, 6, 7, heaven. 1, 2, 3, that's the suspended diamond. 1, 2 is the second moment. 3 is the third moment. 4 is approximating now. Yay! Here we go. 1, 2. That's the moment of suspension. Releasing the spiral. This is the next moment. That is the next moment. Beautiful. Now I'm going to stop each time. Heaven. Click. Continue. The second moment. here. Continue. The third moment, here. The fourth moment, here. So it's a moment that has all motion. It can go in this direction, it can go in that direction. It can always facilitate movement, and it's a moment suspension, right here, ready to go. Yes, so I want you to see it again. Just continue. Okay, 5, 6, 7, twice, 8, 1, 2, 3, yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, heaven, 1, 2, this is 3, 4, 1, this is 2, 3, this is 4, 1, 2, 3, last time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, heaven.